as someone who's lived in Asheville for over 20 years and helps people move to the area, I want to give it to you straight, man. There are things about Asheville that might make you second guess moving here, and that's okay. In fact, I want you to know them. But I also want to tell you what keeps people falling in love with this place and these mountains, because there's always a flip side. So stay tuned. We're going to show you everything. Reason number one, you may not want to move to Asheville, North Carolina. Housing prices can be kind of steep, y'all. And it's changed in the last few years, of course. So the median home price in Asheville area is about $600,000. Now, of course, you can go less. It all depends on location and condition, the normal things when you think about homes. And inventory can be low. This is a very desirable place to live in Western North Carolina because of the 4 seasons. The people are really friendly. It's just a really nice lifestyle. But what that means sometimes is that first-time home buyers can't live right in Asheville. They might go somewhere like Alexander or Leicester or Canton or Candler, where they might have more opportunity to get more house, especially as a first-time home buyer. They don't want to be priced out. And renters sometimes can feel the pinch too. There's not always tons of rentals. Now, here's the flip side to that, y'all. Asheville real estate has historically held its value and climbed over the years, even after the hurricane. We expected a really big dip, and we saw it hold steady because Asheville is still Asheville, and we still have our beautiful community here, and we have our mountains, which are not going anywhere. So it's a great market for long-term equity and short-term rental investments and creative housing ideas. You know, more and more homesteaders are moving to this area, like Barnersville and Marshall and places like that, where it's just absolutely breathtaking scenery. There's more people who are moving into multi-generation homes here. They're having their parents move in with them because we have a lot of finished basements and a lot of ADUs that you'll find in our real estate market here too, which is awesome. You don't see that everywhere. So you can either have a short-term rental investment on the bottom, or you can put your parents down there. You never know. Reason number 2, y'all. Jobs and wages don't always match up here because we're such a service industry focused town. We have a lot of tourism here, a lot of food and beverage, a lot of tourist attractions. So what happens is people move here and they get so gung-ho about living in Asheville, and then they forget that they actually have to earn money. So it gets stressful. So the living wage in Asheville is $23, and I think that is sometimes hard to come by. So I always say BYOJ, bring your own job, because it's kind of high priced, and it's gotten higher over the years as people have moved here too, right? But here's the deal. It's a great place for remote work and entrepreneurship and side hustles. Everybody's got like a side hustle. The internet's really good if you're going to live close to town. Otherwise, let us help you make sure that where you buy your home, the internet is really good. And there's a really robust remote working community here in Asheville. There are beat up groups all over the place. There's great places for networking and events that happen all the time. And a lot of people have extra free time, which is unconventional, right? I mean, we're not working like 9 to 5ers. People have free time to go hiking and really concentrate on their quality of life. And that's what Asheville is known for too. And if you're thinking about moving to this area, guess what? We can help you. So reach out any of the ways down below, and we will hook you up on all the information that you need to know to make an informed decision. Because Asheville is one of these places that brings out the creative spark in you. It brings out the joy, and you'll see it in people's faces. Like, it's unmistakable. A lot of people come to Asheville and they go, oh my God, I'm home. And they don't know why. It's just a feeling. It's an energy. Right, y'all?
So far.
Yeah. See? Can we interview your dog? Oh, are you feeling moody? Are you feeling moody today?
Tell them everything.
Can you sit? I'll sit with you. So how's your Western North Carolina experience? It's really great. I like sniffing. Oh, really? You like all the sniffs right now with all the spring foliage? Welcome to the Rainbow of 240. It is going right around Asheville. And you know what? Reason number 3 is traffic and infrastructure gaps. You heard it here first, y'all. Sometimes we get trafficky in Asheville because especially after the hurricane, we had to reroute some areas, and we've got a lot of expansion happening because people want to live here and they want to be in this area. So sometimes around peak hours in the morning and in the evening, you will find that you may have to wait 5 to 10 minutes longer than you normally would, depending on what part of town you're in. So right now we're on 240. We are hitting about the 5 o'clock hour, and you can see behind me that it's not too bad right now. But sometimes people get a little jammed up right there. The worst places for traffic are on Patton Avenue. Where else? Tunnel Road sometimes can get a little trafficy, but really I-26 is the most headache that people complain about because they've been doing construction on I-26 for the last 423 years, and we are not seeing progress, but we will someday. But here's the pro. If you live in Asheville, you can get anywhere in the Asheville area in about 15 or 20 minutes tops, one side to the other. What? Imagine living in a city you can get around that easily. You can also bike, you can take a bus, you can hike. You can take your electric scooter around if you want. There's lots of side roads and sidewalks and greenways galore. So you are going to be in hog heaven if you like alternative transportation. And once you learn all these like little side roads and shortcuts and things like that, you're going to feel like a champion in Asheville. So if you're thinking about moving to Western North Carolina and you want us to help you find your perfect place and avoid some of this, then reach out any of the ways down below and we'll be glad to help you do that. And I don't want to hear y'all complaining, especially from smaller places, because this traffic is not that bad. I don't think. If you're coming from New York and Miami and all these places, you're like, what are you even talking about, y'all? We can spread some love right now. You want to? They're going to think I'm protesting something, but no. They're honking. Woo! It's kind of fun. Peace. Woo! Peace, y'all. Peace. Reason number 4, y'all. Asheville is politically polarizing. Like, look here. Trump items available. This is like a Trump store. And this is not far out of town from Asheville, right in South Asheville right now. So you know that Asheville is known for being progressive. You already know that. Asheville in general. But once you get out of the city limits, like 30 minutes outside of downtown, it's a whole different world. It becomes more conservative, and you'll see different points of view everywhere. The surrounding counties are totally different than Asheville proper. And sometimes when newcomers come here, there's a culture clash, and they're not totally prepared for it every time. So I want to make sure that you know that and understand that Asheville's like a little blue bubble in a red state. And there are some colorful characters in Asheville too. But guess what? It's not all doom and gloom, y'all, because we are a loving community, and there's a strong sense of community here and civic engagement. And there's diversity of thought and art and expression. It's a very dynamic place. We love our colorful characters and we love our art scene, and we all tend to get along at the end of the day and come together. And especially we saw that after the hurricane. We know what we're made of now, and we know that political division does not have a place for us here in the community in Western North Carolina, and we saw it firsthand. We come together when we need to. Reason number 5. It's a tourist town. In case you were not aware, Asheville, North Carolina attracts many people from many different places, and they come here to enjoy our beautiful, splendid mountains and our very nice people and our great restaurants and all the stuff. But guess what? So we have holiday fairs, we have big parades, we have everything a small city would have. We close down the streets and we have awesome music, we do everything. But sometimes it makes you get a little overwhelmed with all the people. It's too peoply out here, especially in the summertime. Here's the deal though, it's also super fun. So as a local, you could get to enjoy and reap the benefits of it being a tourist town by having exquisite food, exquisite music, y'all. I mean, we're at the Civic Center right now where you will see big names. Sturgill Simpson is coming soon. Some people are excited about that. You get to reap the benefits of having all the tourist money come to town because it makes it really lively, vibrant, and super fun. But here's what happens too, is that you get more short-term rentals, which can sometimes disrupt neighborhoods. And some locals don't want to go downtown when it gets super people-y out. I don't mind usually. And there's other places you can go in town. Like you can head to West Asheville or South Asheville, which is less touristy. So you got to pick your poison, man, because it's super fun, but a lot of people too. So today we have a special segment for you on the Living in Asheville channel with Buddha. Buddha himself is here. And it's a dancing Buddha, which is super fun for me. There's a lot of dancing that happens in Asheville because we are a joyous bunch in general. And we like ecstatic dancing. And this Buddha just happened to be frozen in an ecstatic dance posture, asana. And we just want to know how your experience in Asheville has been so far. Oh, I love it. I am finding the Zen in everything. So you are practicing non-attachment to Asheville, really, in general. Oh yes, I can be in Asheville and not in Asheville at the same time. There are lots of different planes of consciousness here. You know, I have found the same thing. It is so interesting to me, and I just get to practice all the time. There's so many wellness communities in the area and just some people who I can just rap with, a little sangha here. Oh yes, that's what I've found too. That's why I'm continually frozen right in this dancing posture right in Asheville, North Carolina. Well, thank you so much. I do appreciate your contribution today. Okay, this is reason number 6, y'all. You might not want to move to Asheville. We get some weird weather sometimes. It's not sunny and blue skies every single day, although you would think it's always sunny in Asheville. We have some cloudy days too and some surprise cold snaps, and sometimes you got to layer all up from morning to night and things like that. And we have some rain. Believe it or not, it's a temperate rainforest. So we have an average annual rainfall of 45 to 50 inches. Y'all, shockingly so, that can be more than Seattle sometimes. But it's not like it's all in one few days, although sometimes it can be. It's more spread out a little bit. July is the most rainy month, so just keep that in mind. And we do get a little bit of snow, but not a lot. My kids always wish that we had more snow because they want to go down those hills. Most of the time it's just like a day or two a year. And we have some cloudy days too, but really it is so varying day to day and throughout the day too. It never feels like it's just one type of weather. For me personally, January and February I could totally do without. It gets kind of cloudy and just chilly, and we get some freezing days, and that is when I think about hopping on a plane and going somewhere else. But it's really like 2 months, y'all. The rest of the year is really 4 distinct seasons. And that's why people want to live in Western North Carolina, is because they can be outside most of the year. People who have moved to Florida are now finding, oh my gosh, it's way too hot. I'm really stuck inside when I thought I was going to be outside. People who live in the north are really stuck inside during a long, long winter time. And this is kind of the perfect middle path right here. In Western North Carolina, I am telling you, people flock from all over the place to come see our leaves. In the fall, they are a brilliant, vibrant display of this fireworks of color. Same in the spring right now, y'all. This is absolutely gorgeous. Things are bursting and blooming back into life. And we really need it right now because it's been a long season since September and the hurricane. And it is filling our hearts with love and hope and joy that all of this is coming back to life. And so are we. If you are thinking about moving to Western North Carolina and you want us to help guide you on your path of where might work for you and where might not work for you, I want you to reach out any of the ways down below and we will hook you up. This is reason number 7. You might not love it here in Asheville. Guess what? There's no major sports teams. There's not a huge theatrical Broadway performance place. We have our little community theaters. If you want something bigger, you got to go to Greenville or Charlotte or Knoxville, something like that. The flights are limited at the airport. It's a regional airport. It's not international. Again, you got to go to Charlotte if you want a direct flight to Cancun so you can get in your bikini and do it up. There's no huge chain stores like Costco, but guess what there is? There is Sam's Club. And guess what we do have? We have the farmer's market, which is open all the time, right? And I got to see how often. What are the hours for this farmer's market?
Let's see, 8 to 5.
Every day? Sundays or no?
Yeah.
8? Oh, every day, 8 to 5. Okay, so you can come and get fresh. Thank you, fresh produce. 8 to 5 every single day, and some local honey and some hot sauce, and you can meet your neighbors. And guess what? People know each other here. They know their baristas. They know the farmers market fellows and the dog groomers, and everybody says hello to you. So even though we are a small city, we feel like a really big town. So it's the best of both worlds. You can be incognito, rocking it out on the streets, say you don't want to be seen having that fifth beer. That is also possible. Or you frequent the same place all the time and people know your name, just like Cheers. Don't let me date myself, y'all. It has a slower pace of life, Asheville does, than other typical cities its size. And it attracts people who are craving a little bit more meaning and nature into their lives. And of course, it's just like 2 hours from Knoxville or Charlotte, and 3 hours, 3.5 probably from Atlanta. So you do have other opportunities. It's kind of the best of all worlds, I'd say.
Yes.
Are you here all the time? Are you here every day?
Yeah, we're here 361 days a year. Everything, we have a couple families that make all of our stuff, and everything in our jars is local to Western North Carolina, if at all possible.
So it seems like the people around here really value local products.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's different from other areas.
It is.
You know, we really have a strong emphasis on local here.
Right, especially at the farmers market. That's what they try to do, is local products.
Yeah.
And so it's nice when people come in and shop.
Yeah.
So
It's a whole other world from Sam's Club.
it really is.
Do y'all live in Asheville?
I
You
do,
live in
yeah.
Asheville? Can I ask you like what it's like to live here? Does it feel
I
like
don't know if you want to ask me.
Oh, really? Are you having a hard time?
It's a mixed bag. I think there's
Yeah.
a lot of good things about here, but I think there's a lot of things that the locals are generally overlooked on. So, like housing for one.
Like housing,
that is a
exactly.
big-
Housing is expensive, isn't
so,
it?
it is, and it's incredibly expensive, especially for the demographic of like who's working here.
Yeah,
you
like
know, so-
artists and creative people.
Exactly. So I
and-
think it kind of pushing everybody. Like we actually I went to a house in Candler because we're like, well, we're gonna have to keep moving further
Yeah.
and further out. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, if you want people to be here, then you kind of have to make that happen.
Yeah, the
So-
living wage is quite high for how much, people really
yeah.
have to spend for the
Exactly.
cost of living, how much people have to spend to live here. So it makes it difficult.
Yeah.
Because what makes Asheville so cool too and fun is the people that live here and the
Yes,
creative
yes,
aspect
yeah.
of it. And so if we get rid of that, that's a bummer, right?
For sure.
So yeah, people are moving out away from Asheville proper to places like Candler and Canton.
And yeah, exactly. Further and further out.
Did you
So-
live in town? And now?
I do. I currently live in a little place across from the hospital, so
It's
that's also-
convenient, but
exactly.
it's expensive.
It is
Yeah,
very
totally.
expensive.
I
so.
get it. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's perfect. Oh my goodness, you guys think that I'm getting some food? What if they bite my finger? Oh my gosh. I'm nervous. They're trying to bite my finger. All right, y'all. Those are my 7 real reasons why Asheville might not be your spot. But if you're still feeling that pull, you're not alone. A lot of folks come here knowing all this stuff, and they still say, yep, this is home. That was me. So if you're thinking about a move, don't miss my video on the cost of living in Asheville right over here. It'll help you take the next step with clear eyes and the right expectations. Until then, ciao for now.